This past year, I have 100%ed a ton of games, and today I'm going to break down what my favorites were and which ones I think you guys should give a shot. If you love a good 3D platformer like I do, I cannot recommend enough achievement hunting on these SpongeBob SquarePants games. Both Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated and Cosmic Shake make for very, very good achievement hunts. The achievements really come down to exploring all the areas of the game, so it does not detract at all from the overall experience of the game and enhances it, in my opinion. If you're looking for more of an indie platformer, I would recommend Pumpkin Jack, another achievement hunt where it really is just exploring all the game has to offer and enhances the experience. If you are a little horror junkie like I am, I would recommend achievement hunting Resident Evil 1 Remake. I really enjoyed achievement hunting Resident Evil. It does require several playthroughs, but I surprisingly enjoyed the additional modes of Real Survivor, invisible enemies. It gave the gameplay a new, fresh take where I had already played it 2 or 3 times up to that point, and I was getting a little bit tired of it. It just really switched up the whole experience. If you are not one for the fixed camera angles, then I would recommend Madison. I actually achievement hunted this game twice. I did it on Steam and on PlayStation because I really enjoyed the game and it was on sale and I felt like it. So I'm a sucker for a sale. I've actually made it my New Year's resolution to not buy any more games just because they're on sale. I swear to God, I have like 500 games in my Steam library because I just buy games when they're on sale. I'm like, oh, look at that, 90% off. On PlayStation, there is no setting to turn off the head sway, so if you get motion sick a lot, like how I do, then maybe if you can get it on Steam, then get it on Steam. But if you're really sensitive to motion in games, I would probably not recommend doing it on PlayStation. If you are more of a casual game enjoyer and you want something that you can just kind of veg out with and something pretty cute that you can just play mindlessly, I would recommend Lottleknot. In Lottleknot, you are sent down into the ocean with the goal of cleaning up the scraps left behind from the past occupants who did not treat this place correctly, and recycle all of the garbage found, clean up all the toxic waste that was left behind by the previous occupants, collect lottles from the sea and you save them and you clean the ocean. You get to pet your little lottles and they're so adorable. There is an achievement where you have to get every type of lottle, which can get kind of tedious if you don't know how to get the different types of lottles, but it's super cute. I loved this game and I would recommend achievement hunting it. If that does not appeal to you, I would recommend the Cat Quest series. Absolutely chocked full of cat puns to the brim. And there is 3 in the series. They're all pretty similar, although Cat Quest 2 introduces a co-op system where you can switch off between the cat and the dog. You do not have to play each of them to understand the story in any of them. As far as I was concerned, the stories were not very linked to each other. I will say that Cat Quest 1 requires multiple playthroughs because you have to go through with a bunch of these modifiers, like you die in 1 hit or whatever, and you have to play the whole game like that. So I will say of the trio, Cat Quest 1 is the most difficult and requires more playthroughs than the other 2. So if that's not appealing to you, then maybe just go ahead and skip the first one and go on to the second or the third. Or if you prefer something with a little bit more of a story or a little bit more action, all 3 of the Insomniac Spider-Man games are very good for achievement hunting. I think every achievement hunter should have them done in their collection. All the games come down to enjoying the story, collecting all the collectibles, doing all the side missions, and bam, easy achievement. If you are a fellow puzzle gamer, I cannot recommend enough Chants of Sennaar. It's a very good video game where you are trying to learn languages through cues, observation of what people are doing, in an attempt to unite all the layers of this tower through just understanding each other. If that does not appeal to you, I would recommend trying out the recently released Rise of the Golden Idol. It is simpler than the original game, The Case of the Golden Idol, but I found that to be a little bit more enjoyable because at times the first one really tested my limits. My brain is very small, I can only handle so much information, but I found the sequel, The Rise of the Golden Idol, to be easier. And the achievements were super easy to get as well, just basically play through the game. And of course, for my fellow masochists, I cannot recommend enough Cuphead. I am completely biased. I love this game. I love its style. I love everything about it. But of course, it is really difficult. It's a game that has a skill curve you have to get over. You just, you grind and grind and grind, and eventually you get better at it without you even noticing. I promise you can do it if you set your mind to it, and if you, like me, want to torture yourself, then go ahead and give Cuphead a try. That's it for me though. Hopefully you guys found some recommendations in here that you didn't know of, or maybe you're gonna give something a try that maybe you weren't inclined to before. But no matter what, I hope you guys are having a safe and happy holiday. I hope you have a good new year, and I will see you on the other side of 2025. Bye guys.